and John from KW Singapore. John, everyone loves the idea of living right above the MRT station or supermarket or above a bubble tea shop, right?
Exactly, it's convenience to the max, right? But in reality, mixed development comes with some trade-off that people don't talk about enough. Today, we're going to break down the shortcomings should you consider in getting a mixed D development.
Okay, so our first point, car park situation, the bane of a lot of homeowners' existence. Okay, so actually, John, correct me if I'm wrong, during peak hours, when I visit certain condos, I realize that, especially condos that are situated above a major mall, won't say which one, but I realize that there's always very major traffic jam during peak hours. It can take almost 30 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes, just to enter their home car park.
Yes, you are right. I mean, we have been through that before, visiting friends or relatives. So this maybe is largely due to the design of the development, right? So there are some mixed development that's only one way in and one way out. So, touch on what Annette said. So imagine you are one of the residents in this development and you are coming home after work and you hit peak hours. And you're actually queuing up together with the shoppers, your office workers, or even delivery drivers that is going in or leaving the mall. And that will easily take you extra 30 to 40 minutes to get in or out the mall. That will probably, most likely, increase your frustration in getting home every day after a long day at work.
Correct. And the other frustration that we hear a lot of our buyers actually feedback is that when visitors come to visit them, especially if the visitors are driving, the visitors actually have to pay to actually park in their condo compound.
Compared to a pure resident condo, you park, say hi to the guy, hello, I'm here for a visitation, and then you go, you park a visitor lot, that's it. But for a mixed D, it's essentially a mall's car park. So it's not a free car park. So you just have to pay when you go visit your friends or, your auntie, uncles.
Correct. So basically, they're trying to tell you, take public transport. Okay, next point. Cooking fumes, extra smells. John, what do you think?
Yes. When you actually think of buying a mixed development, have you considered the fact about where the exhaust vents are actually located?
Yeah, and I believe a lot of people actually oversee that because they're more concerned with how much am I paying in maintenance fee, is it facing the pool, how many rubbish chutes there are, versus actually taking a walk outside to see where the vents are. So over time, I think health-wise, we can both agree that it can be quite detrimental to health, especially if you have vulnerable people at home, like kids and elderly folk, right?
Yes, definitely. And imagine, let me give you a bad scenario. I mean, you're stuck in a jam for half an hour, right? You get home. You open the door and you enter into a zi cha smell house. That would maybe increase your daily frustration, and that will definitely affect your quality of life. That will maybe makes you very aggro.
Yeah, more stress after paying so much for the house. And then you still got to put up with the zi cha smell.
Yeah, I know. I want the ion smell, but instead I come back, I have the coffee shop downstairs smell.
Yeah, correct. So our next point, which is also very relevant to a lot of you, which is the resale value. Why, John?
So value largely depends on how good the property is, the convenience, the location, etc. Right? If you are selling a unit that constantly have exhaust fume or cooking smell coming to your house, that definitely will be a no-go for most buyers, right? With cooking fumes constantly coming to your unit, it will affect your maintenance of the house. The wall nearer to the balcony will be more yellowish. Your glass panel will be oily. Your balcony will be constantly oily. That means constant upkeep. That will increase your cost. And instead of having to paint the wall every other years, you probably have to do it every year. Overall, that will increase your financial burdens.
Correct. And John, I realized also buyers that are listening into us, they are pretty smart these days. They actually go on forums like Hardware Zone, Google Reviews to check out what are the pros and cons of the property. They may use this as leverage to actually try and lowball or even give you a very aggressive offer.
Yes, for sure. Again, put yourself in this situation. You want to buy this unit for whatever personal reason you have. What would you leverage on as a buyer to get yourself a price that you want? Exhaust fume, right? You definitely leverage it to the max, meaning you're most likely, I would, to be honest, give the seller a low ball price. And the seller point of view, they need to offload the unit for whatever reason. Again, they have no choice because they have zero leverages. They will accept the value.
Correct. So which brings us to the next point. Although both different segments of the market, but also quite similar. Now we're talking about rental, John. From a renter's point of view, right, would you say they also share the same concerns and objections as the buyers?
I would say so, because put myself as a tenant, if I walk into a unit that I want to rent, and the first thing I smell that house when I walk into the main door is, zi cha smell, coffee shop smell, or restaurant smell. I mean, that is going to be a red flag for me, and that would definitely impact landlord's ability to rent the unit out fast and at a price that they want.
Correct. So, John, would you say if, let's say, near this mixed D, there is a purely residential condo, as a tenant, which one do you think they might be more geared towards renting, assuming the mixed D costs a bit more than the pure residential condo?
So let's put it this way. A tenant that values more peace, quiet, and away from all the noise, the hassle, headache of driving back, stuck in the jam in the car park, they would most likely go for a pure resi condo. More so if, let's say, the pure resi condo is just across the road of mixed D, because for me, I kind of get the best of both worlds. Number one, a pure resi condo, the price tag will be definitely lower than the mixed D, because mixed D comes with convenience, amenities, etc. And for me, if I were to rent a pure resi condo across the road of a mixed D, it's just across the road and I pay lesser. And
True.
yeah, I don't need to get stuck in the jam. My friend come visit me, they don't need to pay car park. I think I would go for a pure resi condo for rental as compared to a mixed D, if it's within a walking distance to a mixed D, of course.
Which brings us to our last point. We want to talk about how mixed development tend to have higher maintenance fees and higher shared costs.
Potential buyers, when they go view a mixed D development in a new launch, they will ask, how much is the maintenance fee? And then they'll be given an amount, let's say $500. But for mixed D, it's a little bit trickier, because as a residential, you do pay a component of the commercial aspects of the development. So for example, the walkway, the AC, the lift, the escalator, etc. So you need to know, is this $500 purely for residential, or there's going to be an add-on for the commercial components? With maintenance fee, right, how it works is it depends on the unit type that you are going to buy. So you are giving a unit share value system that goes together with how big your unit size is. So for example, if you look at the chart, for one bedder, you're looking at 47 square meter, you'll be having a 45 share value, paying at $362. To a 3-bedder or 4-bedder, you'll be paying the stipulated maintenance fee.
So I guess our takeaway from this is that as a buyer, right, you must always ask for a detailed breakdown of the maintenance fees so that you will know exactly what you're paying for in the long term.
Yeah, so buying development property can look really attractive. You have shops, you have cafes, supermarket right at your doorstep. The convenience is definitely real, and everybody loves convenience, right? But it comes with trade-off. Higher maintenance fee, more noise, more traffic, obviously cooking fumes that you need to be concerned and aware of. I mean, not all mixed D will have this issue, but
It's common, right?
Yeah,
it's common.
And also you're paying so much money, right? So no harm asking. It might have a weaker rental and resale appeal if, let's say, you have a negative attribute to your unit. So sometimes the development might not be a bad development, but just that the unit that you are buying, whether it's a new launch or a resale, have some negative attributes that comes along with the unit that will impact your resale and rental value too.
Yeah. So that being said, as always, we want to hear from you. Would you pick convenience right downstairs or peace and quiet in a quiet residential neighborhood? Share your thoughts with us, and if you found this useful, hit follow for more real estate insights. Till next time.
See ya.